Splinter Cell Double Agent is a solid stealth action game. The story is good and the gameplay is decent, but Double Agent doesn't bring anything new to the table. You play as Sam Fisher, a secret agent working for the US government. Your life consists of crawling under cars, hanging from the ceiling, crouching in the shadows, and stabbing people. Everything's fine and dandy, but then your daughter conveniently dies, and you're turned into a tougher version of yourself, if that's even possible. Without anything to lose, you take on the most dangerous mission the story writers could think of. You're sent into jail to meet up with a member of a terrorist group, and when you break out together, you join them. The rest of the game is spent killing just enough people to keep the terrorists from losing their trust in you, and saving enough people to keep the government from pulling you out. The story isn't any huge work of art, but it keeps you playing. Many games before this have tried to emulate choice, and most have failed. It's difficult for, say, Mass Effect to give you the illusion of choice since the plot is 100% linear. I really find nothing wrong with linearity, but it seems that saying that your game is non-linear is like saying it gives out free brownies every time you turn it on. Double Agent actually does a good job of giving you choice. Rather than letting you choose between the stock good guy who loves all the animals in the Meadow of Pretty, and the stock villain who hates all of humanity and plots to bring back the devil, Double Agent gives you some middle ground. In most free will pretenders, you'll have one big good-evil choice after you beat the final boss. Splinter Cell, on the other hand, gives you small good-evil choices throughout the entire game. If you choose to save people, you'll gain the trust of the government, but the terrorists won't be too happy.
Don't think you're clear on this, Fisher. There's plenty of blame to go around. Now get out of my sight! I've got King Shasta to think about.
If you choose to frame people, well, you're just an asshole.
I didn't! Emil, I swear! I didn't want to do it, but I would never...
At least you held up your end of things, Fisher.
If you choose to kill people, the terrorists will like you more, but the government will start to wonder why they put you in there in the first place. The gameplay takes no chances. The controls are the same, the guns are the same, the stealth action is the same. That doesn't mean it's bad in any way. I actually like the fact that Ubisoft left well enough alone rather than changing the formula that worked so well in the past. But if you spent more than 30 hours on Pandora Tomorrow or Chaos Theory, you might get a little bored. Overall, it's alright, but it has its issues. One of the most annoying problems with Double Agent is that your character takes up the majority of the screen. During the game, there are some things that you absolutely need to see. The basis of a stealth game is to know when an enemy's back is turned so that you can make your brave and silent escape. But since the camera focuses most of its attention on Fisher's hunched over body, guards will sometimes patrol right up to you before you know what the Sam hell's going on. Also, the camera takes about a half a second or so to go where you tell it to go. This might not sound like much, but it makes Double Agent feel more like a poorly written spy movie rather than a game. This isn't to say that the game sucks, it's just annoying at times, and can cut into the immersion. The story is good as far as video games go. The gameplay is great, but sometimes stealth mission after stealth mission can get tiring. I wouldn't suggest trying to get through it in one sitting, because if you space it out you'll really see it for what it is. Splinter Cell Double Agent is a good stealth game. If you've never played a game like this before, it's worth a rent. If you're a huge fan of stealth games, or you just really like Sam Fisher, it's worth a buy. It's fun, and if you can keep from getting too frustrated, you're in for a treat.